Cincinnati football is back. It's felt like it's been forever since we've gotten to watch the Bengals. The last time we did get to watch the Bengals feels like a month ago, more like 2 weeks ago, when Cincinnati traveled to Baltimore and ended up losing a heartbreaker on a failed 2-point conversion in the last seconds of the game to the Ravens. Now it is week 11. Cincinnati is traveling to LA to take on the Chargers. That's right. The Bengals are taking on the Chargers. I'm assuming you guys already knew that, but I wanted to be a little bit more dramatic. This video is just going to be solely a preview of this game. What Cincinnati has to do to beat the Chargers, what I think the final score is going to be, comparing the offense of the Bengals and the offense of the Chargers to the defense of the Bengals and the defense of the Chargers, just breaking down everything in this game, going over injuries primarily for the Chargers, considering last video we talked about the injuries of the Bengals. To go over that real quick, T. Higgins is back. He's going to play on Sunday. Orlando Brown Jr. is still questionable for this game. Zach Taylor said it's basically going to come down to the last hour before the game time to make official decision. Trey Hendrickson did not practice Thursday and Friday due to personal reasons, and he didn't fly with the team. He's flying by himself, but it is expected to play this Sunday. B.J. Hill, also questionable, but is also expected to play this Sunday. Charlie Jones has been ruled out for this game once again, so it looks like Isaiah Williams, who we signed off waivers from the Detroit Lions, looking like he is going to play this Sunday primarily as a punt and kick returner. Now, we're going to see the Chargers injuries in a little bit, but first, let's look at the matchups between Cincinnati's offense, Chargers offense, Bengals defense, Chargers defense. Let's go. All right, here we go. Starting with the offensive side of the field. Chargers total offense is ranked number 22. Passing offense is also number 22, and the rushing offense number 19. Obviously, the Chargers are led by Justin Herbert, QB Justin Herbert, who has been having a pretty good year. They're also under a new head coach, Jim Harbaugh. I have my personal vendettas against Jim Harbaugh because if you don't know, I am an Ohio State fan, so I would like to get this win just to beat Jim Harbaugh. Putting my college football bias aside, though, he's a great head coach. He has a great team. They're having a really good year this so far. Now going to the offense for the Bengals, Cincinnati's offense is getting progressively better every single week. Right now, ranked number 12th in total offense, top 5 passing offense with ranked number 4. The rushing offense is struggling a little bit, and we're hoping that changes with the addition of Khalil Herbert. Traded a 7th-round pick to the Bears for Khalil Herbert. Hopefully that getting him involved more and getting Chase Brown involved more in the passing game will and allowing him to split rushes and carries with Khalil Herbert will hopefully improve the rushing offense now that Zach Moss will be likely out for the rest of the season. But, I mean, this is two great offense going against each other, and also defense is going to be an interesting matchup as well. So let's go to the defensive side. The Chargers have a really, really good defense, ranked at number 6 in total defense, and then both passing and rushing ranked number 9. So it is going to be a interesting matchup. The main matchup in this game is how much can the Bengals move on the Chargers defense. It's I'm blanking. It's no surprise, that the Bengals have to rely on their offense. Looking at the Bengals defense, they're ranked 23rd in total defense. Passing defense, they're ranked number 23. And rushing defense, they're ranked number 17. So basically, all these rankings are saying that the Bengals defense is pretty much mid. What the Bengals have to rely on is the offensive side with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. And now that T. Higgins is back, relying on the 3 core. Now getting Mike Gesicki involved and hopefully getting Chase Brown involved. What they have to do, right? Talked about it with the Ravens preview. Let me switch to graphic real quick. Yep, offense. What I talked about before the Ravens game was that Joe Burrow had to throw for pretty much over 400 yards, and Jamar Chase had to receive for more than 200 yards. That's what happened. Ultimately didn't win, but we were in the position to win. Ravens defense hasn't been as good as it has been in the past, especially on the passing side, but we went toe-to-toe with the Chiefs, one of the best defenses in the league, and we lost by 1 point due to a missed extra point by Evan McPherson. Ravens are considered one of the top 5 teams. We've lost to them by probably a combined 4 points in the 2 games we played them this year. So the offense, the Bengals are in the game every single week, most of the time. Ultimately, usually it comes down to the defense of side of the field not making that one crucial stop. So what the Bengals defense has to do, they have to be able to make one stop. That's all they have to do. Just one stop. We couldn't do it against the Chiefs. Couldn't get that one stop. Couldn't do it against the Commanders. Couldn't do it against the Ravens neither time. A few weeks ago and last week, week 10, couldn't get that one crucial stop that we needed from the defense to finish the game. That's exactly what Cincinnati has to do on the defensive side. Chargers, they're a mid offense. Looking at the rankings, they're a mid offense. The Bengals also are a mid defense. If the Bengals defense can get that one stop and give Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins, Mike Gesicki, Zach Taylor, the head coach, Chase Brown, get him involved, Cincinnati is in the right space to win this game. It's going to be a challenging game with the Cincinnati offense as the Chargers defense is ranked number 6. So this will be pretty interesting. This might be the best, besides the Chiefs defense we have seen so far this year. So it's going to be an interesting matchup between Joe Burrow and the Chargers defense, or just the Bengals offense against the Chargers defense, seeing how well Jamar Chase can hold his own against the DBs, how important it is to get T. Higgins back, especially against one of the top defenses in the league, because we've already talked about it in previous videos. When T. Higgins is on the field, the Cincinnati Bengals offense is much, much better, and when T. Higgins is on the field, Jamar Chase is playing lights out. So, really, it's really basic. Really basic. How does Cincinnati win? That right there. That is how Cincinnati will win. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Chase Brown. That's exactly how Cincinnati is going to win. And that's pretty much how they need to win the rest of the season. I don't have Mike Gesicki out on this graphic. I should have put Mike Gesicki on there because he's proven himself this year that he's a reliable target and should be used more effectively in this offense. But that right there, that graphic shows exactly what Cincinnati has to do to win any football game moving forward. Joe Burrow has to play lights out. Jamar Chase has to play lights out. T. Higgins has to stay healthy and stay on the field and play lights out. And Chase Brown has to play lights out. That's the only way Cincinnati will win. The defense has struggled for way too long, being carried by Joe Burrow this season, and we're only 4-6. I still believe in this team because of Joe Burrow. I still believe in this defense being led by Trey Hendrickson, and we're extremely lucky that he is most likely going to play this week because he is the elite leader on that defense. Now he's leading the league in sacks with 11 sacks. Cincinnati defense has to make that one stop. Chargers have a great offense. But they don't have an elite wideout that can match up with anybody on Cincinnati's defensive cornerbacks. They don't have that elite standout guy. Not saying they have bad wide receivers. Lad McConkey, great wide receiver. Oh my goodness, I have to go look it up. It just blanked from my head. Oh my goodness. Quentin Johnston. Why did I forget that? I was a TCU homer the year they went to the national championship. That was bad. But Quentin Johnston, he's also a great wide receiver, but the two of them still young and not elite wide receivers in the league. J.K. Dobbins, he's been having a great season. I'm an Ohio State fan, so I love J.K. Dobbins. He's been having a great season. He was playing better in the beginning of the season. Gus Edwards also been having a great season, but they don't have that elite factor guy on that offense that I think they should kill the Cincinnati defense. Obviously, Cincinnati defense has struggled But if we can get that one crucial stop and allow those guys on the screen right now to do whatever they want, and if they can play lights out, Cincinnati should win this game. Before I give my score prediction, let's just go over some of the injury reports coming from the Chargers first. Another Buckeye, Joey Bosa, edge for the Chargers, been out a few weeks, struggling with a hip injury. This week he was limited in practice, but except Friday, he was full go and a full practice. Both running backs, J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards, were dealing with things. J.K., it was personal reasons. He did not practice on Thursday, but did practice fully on Friday. Gus Edwards is dealing with an ankle injury. He was limited practice all week, except Friday, where he went full practice. Cornerback Kristen Fulton is dealing with a hamstring, limited practice all week except Friday, did full practice. Linebacker Deion Henley, he was struggling with an illness, overcoming an illness, limited practice Wednesday, but from Thursday and Friday he was full practice. And then their other edge, Khalil Mack, he is dealing with a groin injury, and he did not practice all week. So Chargers are coming into this game pretty banged up on both offense and defense. So hopefully, if Cincinnati is the opposite coming, there were still some injuries on this team, but Cincinnati has been going through a stretch of injuries the last couple weeks, and we're starting to get out of that, where they're becoming to get healthy again. And looking like the Chargers are in the opposite, where their players are starting to struggle a little bit more, trying to limit their practicing throughout the week just to get them get them some rest going into the Sunday. Nothing to me is looking like really bad on the Chargers front, neither offense or defense. If they're without Khalil Mack, since he didn't practice all week, that would be huge for Cincinnati. If Joey Bosa can't go again, that would be huge for Cincinnati. But they're kind of looking like they're going into this game banged up. Cincinnati is going into this game getting healthier and healthier, which is a good sign for Cincinnati. Also, want to mention that Cincinnati, this game, will be playing some old friends. Another Buckeye, Eli Apple, is on the Chargers. We'll see Eli Apple. Then also tight end Hayden Hurst. They were both with Cincinnati a few years ago. I love both of the players. Have a bunch of respect for both the players. They're great players. It's going to be fun to see them again this Sunday. But finally, for my score prediction, I don't even remember what I did. Actually, let me look. I'm just going to pull up. Here's my score prediction for Sunday Night Football, Cincinnati Bengals at LA Chargers. Cincinnati Bengals win 24-21. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be a really close game. Chargers have a great defense. Bengals have a great offense. Chargers have a pretty good offense. Bengals have a pretty mid defense. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be high-scoring. Because I don't think the Bengals need to come up with that one stop, like I said. But when you have an offensive firepower like Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins back, Mike Gesicki playing how he's playing, and Chase Brown how he's been playing as of late, it's going to be hard to stop the Cincinnati offense. And that's just, in general, it's going to be hard to stop the offense. Not a lot of teams can stop this offense. Cincinnati Bengals defense has to be the one to step up to pull out this close game. Every game going forward is going to be a close game for Cincinnati. Cincinnati has to basically win a college football style of game. It's going to be high scoring and it's going to be close. That's exactly what I think happens this Sunday night. Cincinnati wins on top late by a field goal, 24-21. It's going to be a close game all night. It's going to be a back and forth shootout kind of type of game, which Cincinnati fans have been now kind of accustomed to this season. But I think Cincinnati pulls it out, winning once again 24-21. Hopefully, I see you on Monday, where I am happy celebrating a 24-21 victory over the Chargers, looking at a 5-6 record, besides a 4-7 record, looking at a 5-6 record with a chance to go to 500 once again. Don't forget to like this video, comment on what you think the score prediction should be, what you think the score will be, if Cincinnati's going to pull it out or the Chargers remain 3-loss team. What do you think? Comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the Bengals Digest channel, where we'll be going over everything Cincinnati Bengals, updates, news, trade rumors, injury reports, game previews, game reactions, everything Cincinnati Bengals is happening on this channel. I'm Carson Lokey. I'll see you next time. Peace out.